So before we carry on, let us take a look at some language. Some of it is from today, some of it is from last time. So let's just talk about all of it, okay? So the first one, let's take a look. What do you think? Is it good? Something wrong with it?
Without just in the basics.
You could use just, it can be optional, but it's okay to use it. There's an extra word that is missing.
Two? No, extra words.
You need one more.
About basics.
You just need to know.
About.
Mm-mm.
No. Just need to know some. That.
Basics, right? So we always say know the basics. It always comes with the article, okay? So number two, we were talking about homework then with you, and you said that in a Ukrainian school, in your Ukrainian school, it was okay not to do it and not get punished for it. So what is that expression? Can you try to fill in the gaps?
Ukraine school you could get.
I can give you the first letter here and here.
Get
So
away with it. Get away with
yes, well done. Okay. So when you get away with something, does it mean that you did something wrong?
it. Yeah.
And
I'm kind of. Yeah, kind of.
yeah,
Or you
maybe
didn't
not
do.
something horrible, but something,
Yeah.
maybe something little or maybe something bad, very bad. But did you get punished for it?
No.
Did someone find out?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I mean, person can find out, but just won't tell you, and you won't get punished. And
Usually, let's say if we're talking about homework, so your teacher didn't really know that you didn't do your
yeah,
homework. Yeah. Okay. So we said that with research, we always use the verb do.
mm,
So how do we say this word?
research.
Okay. So if we think of it, where is the stress? So do we put the stress on re or on search?
Re
So research or research?
research.
So the stress goes here.
Yeah,
Okay, right. So how do we say the word in number 4?
techniques.
So here we say h.
Yes,
No, something else.
techniques.
Right. So we say techniques. Okay, can you repeat techniques? Okay. Take a look at number 5. What do you think is wrong with it?
No one doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, number 5. So this one. What is wrong with it? Something that is not allowed in English. So here we're using a double what?
Verb. Mhm.
A double negative. In English, you cannot use a double negative. Okay, so since you already have nobody, then here you don't need to have another negative. So how can we improve this sentence? So nobody.
Nobody wants to talk about.
Exactly. Right. So you don't want to use that again. You are adding doesn't to sentences to make them negative. In this case, the sentence is already negative. So nobody wants to talk about it. Right. So we just talked about number 6. So what do you think of it?
Why you not at all?
Is it good or bad?
Bad, I think.
All right. So
It's no, it's good. It's good. It's
it's
good.
good. It's good. It's bad. It's
We
bad.
not
All right. So let's just talk about how we typically make questions in English. Okay. So let's.
why aren't you at work?
Oh
Why
yes,
aren't
that's
you?
right. So why? So this bit will go here, and we'll say aren't you? Yeah.
Mhm.
So in English, if we say something like you are not at work today, and if we want to make it a question, what do we do with are and not? Where do we put it?
In front of the you, in front of the you.
Yeah, and we get
Why aren't you at work today?
okay, so we get that, right? Now, if we wanted to add any question words like why, we would put it here. Yeah. Okay, so if you are making a question, you have a question word, which you might have or you might not have. Then you have your auxiliary, then you have your subject, and then all the other stuff, right? Now, you cannot put the aren't after the subject if it's a question. But we also said that there is another way of actually using all of this, but then you change the beginning. You don't use why, you use something else. What is it that you could use?
Mm,
So not why, but how.
how come you're not at work?
Yes, so this way it's going to work the way it is. Yeah. Because this would be an indirect question then, right?
Yeah.
And if it's an indirect question, why is it okay to have the auxiliary after the subject?
Mm.
What order do our sentences follow? Like they are questions or like they are positive sentences?
Like positive.
Exactly. So here then it's all right. Okay. Look at number 7. Is it okay?
Alinas, I think you have to spell like S and then
No, why Alina's? Because the house belongs to Alina.
what's Alinas house looks like.
Okay. Do you think that we need to delete something from this sentence? Okay, let's come back to that. So, if I want to use these two words, okay, I can make different questions about people. So, let's talk about somebody called John, okay? So, if I wanted to use this word, how would I make the question? So, I would
But
say, yeah, go ahead.
wait, so with what should I build the question?
You need to ask a question about John using the word like.
What does John like?
Ah, what does John like? That's a good one. Let's ask a question about John so we can talk about his personality. That he is kind,
Uh,
helpful, and all of this stuff.
what is John's personality?
But we don't need to use the word personality. So we'll say,
What's he like? What's he like?
yeah, exactly.
What's John?
What's John like? So we could say what's John's personality like as an option, but we don't need to. It's already about that. So here we're talking about his personality.
So it's without look?
And now let's try to make this one. So the other question with look like and about John, can you try?
How does John look like?
How or what?
What does John look like?
Yes. So if I say, what does John look like? Am I asking about his personality?
No,
What am I asking about?
his how he looks like the height.
What he looks like. So his
Wait, appearance.
appearance, exactly. So coming back to number 7 then, are we asking about the appearance of the house?
Yes,
Okay, so do we need what's Alina's new house?
looks like.
So then you need to change the beginning here.
What Alina's?
So you see this word here?
Yeah,
So
does Alina's new house look like?
what does Alina's new house look like? You could do that, and you could also say, what's Alina's new house like?
Mm, okay.
Yeah, you could also do that. Okay, thank you. I will send you a picture of this.
Okay.